our Master came to serve and not to be served, why, as imitators of Christ, I think it's very important for us to take on that role. So we are here to serve the poor, and the poor aren't just people, they're made in the image and the likeness of Christ. So we don't just serve them, we serve the image of Christ that reflects from them.
Once you reach out to someone, I think the question is that you ask yourself, what if I was that person on the other end? What would I expect? And another question is that what if that was Jesus talking to me through that person? And I mean, what would I do? What would Jesus want me to do?
When I pray the rosary, the three most important aspects of the rosary is faith, hope and charity. The third one, charity, is one that hits home hard. There's nothing like it. It's the most overwhelming, most satisfying thing that you can ever do.
Just the sheer amount of work that Maronites on Mission does. I mean, hundreds of meals a week. We believe, that everybody is entitled to a very decent standard of living and quality of life.
Well, I think it's really interesting and it impacts in many ways. When you take, for instance, first of all, the volunteers. The volunteers impacts you and makes you realise that just the simple things in life and the things that we take for granted.
Back in 2014, I didn't know what charity was. Now it sort of opens me up to what we should be doing.
I've always been aware of the homeless predicament that we're in, especially in Sydney. Really opened my eyes and it really hit home, and just to try and give back tonight, especially as the months get colder.
When you take the first step in actually being involved in charity work, whether it's with an organisation or actually do it yourself personally, I think it's an incredible feeling. It's very humbling.
Being from the Lebanese Maronite community, we're so blessed and we're such a big group. So it's just a good opportunity for us to give back to the community and to show our presence and to spread love.
Charity sticks out and stands out. It hits home. There's nothing like having charity in your heart. Being involved with charity, whether it's providing a donation or your time, it's the most overwhelming power.
I think the beautiful thing is that we help with in many aspects, through food runs, through home visits, connecting to one-on-one, through all different sorts of people, going overseas, different countries.
The most important part of working with the poor is showing them love and respect. My work with Maronites on Mission first began with an overseas mission in 2014. I was very fortunate to go. Honouring the words of Christ when he said, "I was hungry and you fed me, I was thirsty, you gave me something to drink." This is the gospel that we can put into action when we travel overseas, as well as here.
Jesus said, everybody is my neighbour. I'm called to serve them. It's all about love. And so love doesn't stay at home. Love is always about serving and giving of yourself to others.
Over here we suffer the spiritual poverty, over there it's material poverty. Typhoon Osman had hit and there was a landslide, resulting in many homes being destroyed and a lot of deaths. In fact, while we were there, they were still searching for bodies. We were very fortunate with the support of Maronites on Mission extending the budget for us that we were able to go out and serve these people. So we travelled the 2.5 hours by bus and we were able to provide medical assistance and medicine for all the people there. We also got to spend some time with them and hand out food packs. We travelled throughout the town to see all the areas that had been destroyed, and it was truly heartbreaking. We visited a school to distribute food packs where there were 40 people living in one room. The seeds that Maronites on Mission plant is out of this world. The support, the clergy, the team, the board, it's all one big community, and being part of this is truly an honour.
The support from the community, from the people, the businesses, St. Charbel's Church, St. Joseph's, it's just where do you start thanking?
So we have a few local businesses that donate food to us. They're very generous. We're very grateful for all the support that we get from the community. We have the Westella, we have La Montage, we have Cha-Cha restaurant in Riverwood. So we have a few local restaurants that help us out, which is extremely helpful for us. It makes our ladies work a little bit less in the mornings.
Maronites on Mission is very important to us because it's a place where you can live out your faith. Throughout our faith, we're taught about love and charity, and Maronites on Mission gives us that opportunity to head to the streets, to show love by feeding the poor and feeding the needy. I mean, you'll struggle to find a charity anywhere else that has so many youth and so many young people, not only from the Maronite community but also other communities involved. When volunteers come back from a food run or when they come back from a mission overseas, it really changes their lives. It makes them see what's important in life. It changes their perspective. It makes them feel a lot more grateful and appreciative from the privileged background, families, work that we come from that unfortunately aren't available to everyone. But hopefully, by assisting Maronites on Mission, we can go out there and we can make the world a better place for those that we come across.
We're at the Soup Kitchen in Redfern. Maronites on Mission, there's about 7 volunteers every Saturday that feed about 40 to 50 people. We've been doing this for approximately 2 years. Volunteers are very loyal. The Soup Kitchen's a great initiative for Maronites on Mission. We get involved, we get up close and personal with those that come in to get a meal. I love doing it. I've been doing it for a few years, so God bless.
Being a part of this organisation and watching the boys from Maronite on Mission, from where they started and where we've come, has been a real eye-opener.
It's something I'm really passionate about. I like giving back to the community. I've been doing it for about 3 years now and just really enjoy it.
It's a charity that we've been behind for a while. It's one of the many charities that we're involved with, but this is the one that we're trying to push the hardest.
This is my first time helping out the Maronites, and it's been very overwhelming, and just giving back to the community has just brought a lot of warmth to my heart, knowing that I'm doing something nice for them.
A lot of work goes behind the scenes, a lot of food preparing, a lot of people in the office trying to get everything put together, all the accounts together. It's a big organisation at the moment, getting much bigger as well.
Well, I work for Canterbury Leagues Club. I work in food and beverage, so I thought, what a better way to apply my food and beverage skills than to give back to the community. And it's my first time tonight. I'm really enjoying it.
I recommend everyone get behind it. Everyone's the same. Whoever joins, everyone's the same. No leader, we're on one level. It's not for individuals. It's for you. You're humble. You want to come, you feed the poor, you go home.
That's why, Martin Place operates. Not with the Maronites, but also with the other groups that come down here. One of the conditions that the groups come down on is that what they do unconditionally. And I've got a sense that that Maronites on Mission knew that before they came here anyway. And again, I'd just like to say thank you for the wonderful service that they provide to our community down here.
I truly believe that us Maronites, we do have a mission. You just get this burning desire that you just want to do more and more and more, because it's not just something earthly, it's something godly. And we have so much strength in our identification of who we are, and it's up to us to give and to reach out. And this enriches our spirit and gives us strength, gives me hope to continue my life and to grow. And no matter how many times you give, you get burnt, you get hurt, there is nothing more beautiful than just giving.
Each and every one of us holds Maronites on Mission in their heart, in their mission, in their life, in the way that we live our life every day. When we step out of our homes, we're all missionaries in our own way. So Maronites on Mission comes to awaken in us that spirit of missionary, to remind us to see the world through the eyes of Christ and to recognize our calling as disciples of Jesus. The calling is to serve, because without service there is no love. Without love there is no Christianity. I can't say that I'm a follower of Christ if I don't love and show that love to others. And the way that we show love is by service. It's not always about changing the world by doing great things. It's about changing the world by beginning to change myself.
Come be part of us. Come join us. We love you.